Abby.
Callian, I didn't think I'd see you back so soon.
A lot has happened. My people are in danger. The railroad's coming sooner than we thought through our camp. They've been warned to clear out. If they stay, there will be a war. And then I've seen what happens when a small band tries to fight back, which is what the new chief plans to do. Entire camps wiped out. Men, women, children slaughtered.
Can't imagine. What can we do?
Nothing. That's why I've come to see the sheriff.
Tom, what does he have to do with any of this?
I need to buy some time with the railroad. The men in charge won't listen to me. Maybe they'll listen to someone with connections. I tried to tell them. Tom ain't gonna lift a finger unless there's something in it for him. I don't care what it takes. I'm not ready to let my people go to war.
Let me talk to Tom. He might be more inclined to listen to me. I want to help. If there's a legal recourse, we should focus on that.
Abby, your laws don't care about me or my people. But thank you for talking to the sheriff.
Well, speaking of work, I'm off to finish with the dust cut short.
You're going after Shane on your own.
He'll be fine. I need to be back tonight. Big meeting tomorrow. 2 men coming in to sign a land deed that will make the railroad official.
It's also going to uproot Callian and his entire tribe. There's got to be something you can say to change their minds.
Unfortunately, that's out of my control. I'm just a small town sheriff. U.S. government will do as they please. The railroad is very profitable to them. With that said, if anyone can move mountains, it's you, Abby.
Gonna make Lucia jealous, looking at the whiskey like that.
Callian, been too long. What? What is it, buddy? Something's wrong, I can tell. How about we rob the train that carries the supplies to build the railroad? No supplies, no railroad.
We'll just bring more supplies.
Then we rob them again.
Maybe we consider a plan that doesn't involve robbery.
What can I get you, young man? Glass of milk? Soda water?
How about all your money instead?
Whoa, whoa. I can see I may have offended you, my young friend. I apologize for assuming you were a milk drinker.
The money! Now! Or else! Don't you come any closer.
I admire your spirit. I really do. But I think we all know you weren't really gonna shoot me, buddy.
You want to bet? Hey! Now, what did you do that?
Don't feel bad, son. I'm doing you a favor. You ain't ready for this.
I am so.
No, you're not. You should listen to him. It was a bad idea.
Now, let's not come down too hard on the lad. His heart's in the right place. You make a good living as an outlaw. You just need a little guidance.
Forget what I said, all right? Don't listen to him.
Look, first of all, if you're gonna rob a place, do it at the end of the day when there's money in the till. Not first thing in the morning.
That's a good idea.
Another thing, get yourself a second gun. It's way more impressive if you have two. And you're more likely to hit something if you do have to pull that trigger.
Boy, you realize he's just a kid.
It's a good point, Callian. Try sticking up a rich guy or two first before you try to place a business. Helps build confidence.
Thanks. But, how come you're being so nice to me?
Well, you remind me of me when I was young, I guess.
In that case, kid, you're gonna want to find yourself a better mentor. Don't press your luck. People who've never stepped foot on our soil. It means nothing to them. It could be anywhere for all they know.
Well, what if we convince them to build somewhere else? This land here, north of Lake Somerville, that's where Callian's camp is. But if the train could be rerouted to the south of the lake, toward Brenham.
We could buy Callie more time. I see your heart. But if we do this, it won't sit well with some. The Davidsons, the Tone. You sure this is the only option we have?
Right now, it's the best chance we've got. And for Callian, it's worth the risk. I know we haven't exactly seen eye to eye lately, but I'm asking you to set aside your differences for the moment. Callian needs our help.
So, we're getting the gang back together? Is calls for a drink. All right, let's get down to business. How are we going to help our buddy?
Well, I believe we already have a plan.
Mm-hmm. Oh, well, that's great news.
As it stands, the train is supposed to go here, north of Lake Somerville. We want to divert it south of the lake, away from Colleen's camp, through the land that we bought.
We just need to stop the meeting between the railroad executive and the federal land officer from happening.
Well, that doesn't sound that tough.
Yeah, but it has to seem to the both of them like it did happen, which means we need to have 2 meetings instead.
You're starting to lose me.
The point is, if we replace the original document with an altered copy and have both of them sign it, the railroad officially has to take a different route.
All right, I admit I have no idea what we're doing anymore.
Point, it's easy. We're putting on a show.
Oh, please tell me this doesn't involve dancing.
No, you sweet, simple man. No, think of it like a con. Separate, impersonate. You are playing the role of Kirby Smith, railroad executive.
Can do. I've got quite the history with trains. Robbing them anyway.
Hoyt, maybe less talking and more listening.
Please.
Hoyt, you and I will meet with Parker Briggs here at the sidestep. Kate will pretend to be Parker Briggs and meet with the real Kirby Smith at Hayes.
It's the old Pittsburgh windmill. Look, I told some Ohio growers at a dice game in Waco a few years back. Told them I was the Pennsylvania windmill baron.
Hoyt, don't list your crimes in front of me. I still am the deputy.
Well, for a lawman, this doesn't exactly sound on the up and up.
Kicking people out of their homes, does that seem on the up and up to you?
All right, look, I get it, but this is still my problem. I need to be part of the solution.
You are. You have an essential role to play. 2, in fact.
Then I'm in. Whatever it takes.
Mr. Smith, I'm Abigail Walker. I work for Sheriff Davidson. Unfortunately, he won't be able to join us today. He's had a family emergency.
Sorry to hear.
And Mr. Briggs has been called back to Washington early, so your meeting's been moved up to this afternoon.
Should get checked in then. Long ride. I was feeling on my ass back in Odessa.
Welcome to Independence, Mr. Briggs, I presume.
Is it always this hot? 80s itself would be refreshing in comparison. Why anyone would choose to live in these conditions is beyond me, Miss.
Walker, and unfortunately I hate to be the bearer of more bad news, but Mr. Smith has some labor issues in San Francisco, so he has to leave early, and the meeting has been moved up.
Well, the sooner I get home, the better. No, I'd like to get some shut-eye before the meeting.
Oh, I'm sorry, Mr. Briggs. Hagen's is full, but I've taken the liberty of booking you a room at the hotel down the road. I assume you'll find the staff there to be quite accommodated.
Thank you, Miss Walker.
I know you. You're at the railroad.
Well, the hat's a dead giveaway, I guess. Now, step aside. You're in our way.
I've heard that before. Same reason you're forcing my people off our land, because we're in your way.
Well, in this case, you sure are. Hey.
That's enough, come on. Now you lock that worthless son of a bitch up and you throw away the key. You know you people are getting exactly what you deserve.
You're wrong. No, this was happening to us. Let me go. Let me go.
That's enough, all right?
I got it. Come on.
I know I shouldn't have.
I know you're angry. Hell, if I wasn't wearing this badge, I would have done the same thing. I ain't blaming you.
I might have jeopardized the plan.
Looks like you did just fine to me. Come on.
You want to carve up some random lowlife, that's your business. But the fact that you could do the same thing to me, leave me out here to die, that's not right, brother. You tried to have me killed, stabbed in the street. I'm the sick one. I don't know what you're talking about, but there's one thing I'm sure of. It's time that you got what's coming to you.
Callian! Kirby Smith, this is Callian. He's our Apache representative.
Call me Mr. Smith. Always glad to have someone like you lend a hand. Not that we need it. Progress is coming. Regardless of what your people want, frankly, if there were more forward-thinking savages like yourself, things wouldn't have to get so messy.
I haven't seen what I've seen. I wonder who the real savages are.
Wait, I thought this was parcel 4204. This says 4024.
Unfortunately, the previous parcel was no longer available. Now, we could go back to the drawing board, but, you know, the government delays, etc.
We wouldn't want to stand in the way of progress, would we?
Well, I must say, it has truly been a pleasure, Mr.
Give
Brady.
me all your money now. Fine, fine, just take it. Take it all, just don't kill me. Not here. Did you have manure in your ears or did you smell like it? I said the money.
You just don't have the guts to pull the trigger and end it.
You're so smug. It's a wonder no one's killed you yet.
Yeah, you tried, didn't you? But just like everything else, you failed. It's no wonder why you wanted me dead. You said it yourself. I was the one that was locked up in that asylum. And the family still chose me over you.
I never could fool you, could I? Just hired the wrong man to do it. Surprise, surprise. Another failure to add to the list. But I promise it's the last. I'm gonna finish the job that Levi couldn't. I hope you don't mind. I borrowed your knife. This is gonna be fun.
Thank you. All of you, really. This bought me time. I should get back, though. Discuss things with my people.
Yeah, I gotta go too. Lucia sees the bar in that condition, she's gonna fire me. And that's just for starters. You do not want to see that woman upset.
Kate. Oh, you should know. Guy was in here early. Saw you with the railroad man. You didn't look happy. You should see him. Sort things out.
Yeah. I know that we've kept things from each other, Kai, and I'm sure that we both had our reasons. But what if we don't do that anymore? What if we start from scratch? I would very much like to know you.
I could do that, if you could. But we would have to promise no more secrets.
Deal.
Deal.
In the interest of full disclosure, there's something I should probably tell you. The man that you saw me with at Hagen's, he's a railroad executive, and we conned him. We stopped Callion's tribal land from being stolen. It's just a stopgap, but I still kind of can't believe that it worked.
Wait, conned? Why would you do that?
I just told you, they were forcing his people out, and listen, I know this might make things...
Have you learned nothing? The Tom, the Davidsons, you of all people should understand what they're capable of. All of them are invested in that train coming to independence. There's a lot of money at stake, and lives too.
You think I don't know that, Kai? I don't care. This was the right thing to do.
You don't get to decide that! Right or wrong, you and your friends have put us all in danger.
God's sakes! Shoot up! No! Tell someone! He's the killer! We all have different stories to tell. Stories of who we were and how we got here.
whole entire